What's going on, guys? We're going to do a quick nightmare dungeon tier 20 on my level 62 sorcerer that I'm working on. The build feels real good. I think that, the damage feels great. Survivability needs a little bit of work, but otherwise feels pretty good. So I just want to kind of show you guys what I'm up to and the progression, and I think that this build will be pretty easy and a lot of fun to take to level 100. So yeah, let's get into it, and feel free to skip around or whatever. But build feels good. Doing some adjustments, moving some things around. But when you get the chill on these enemies, it hits real hard. Got penitent, which is a big damage boost.
I'm not ready yet.
So these are about 11 levels above me, which I think the cutoff now after the update is 10 levels, if I'm not mistaken, for XP bonus. So it's not necessarily worth running this normally. I just kind of wanted to see how it felt. And again, my assumption was that it was going to be a little squishy, and it feels a little bit squishy, but it's not as bad as I thought. Freeze helps a lot, obviously, for defensive stuff. If they're just not moving, it makes it easy. You don't need many defenses, and then you get the stun. I don't know, it feels good, man. It's coming along real nice. Thinking about throwing crowd control has a chance to spread to enemies. I think that might help real nice with freeze and stuff like that. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, I mean, it's moving along pretty good. Won't be surprised if I take a death, but 10 levels. Sorcerer, there were a lot of complaints. I still don't fully understand all the complaints, and especially now that they reversed the nerfs. I think that Sorcerer is going to be absolutely bonkers to get it all leveled up. Ooh. Sometimes stuff hits real hard. Oh! Yeah, I don't know about that. Trying to get used to the penitent only has the one evade charge, and I swapped over to teleport for move my buttons around too, so I keep fat fingering the wrong buttons. So oh my goodness, teleport. I'll show the build kind of where it's at. We'll do a quick rundown of it at the end. You guys can see kind of what I'm working with.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
But yeah, the new malignant hearts are really kind of helping pull this build together. They're really powerful.
I need time.
Remember to use my
yet.
Watch out, turn my back to these enemies and I'm on for
I need time to prepare.
more damage when you get hit from behind these enemies. Sometimes the stuff behind me is kind of hitting pretty hard.
I need time to prepare precious metal.
Jeez, man, I got some health on me. Turn the pillar, where is it?
I'm not ready yet.
Damage feels good though.
I'm not ready yet.
It's taking direct damage plus having the ability to recharge your frost nova every 10 seconds on crit or whatever. Keeps it up pretty much all the time, which is really nice.
I'm not ready yet. I need time to prepare.
Alright, first part done.
I'm not ready
His
yet.
armor is a little dark.
I'm not ready yet.
Lightning fucking bolts hit me hard, man.
I need time to prepare. I need time.
Oh, wrong button. Perfect.
I need time to prepare. I need time to prepare. I'm out of mana.
bad. Alright guys, give you a quick update on the aspects and all that. So for now, ice armor unstoppable, 22% less damage from crowd controlled or vulnerable enemies. When you freeze, chance to make vulnerable, 0.5% armor for 4 seconds up to 30%. And then penitent, otherwise you can use whatever here. Movement speed, additional evade charges is nice. I didn't find anything necessarily that was super crazy here as far as aspects go. What I would use, I think, if I had it, and if I wasn't using these, is the aspect that gives a chance for crowd control effects to spread to nearby enemies. That would cause for a lot of freezes and stuff like that as chills kind of just proliferate between enemies. I did do World Tier 4, the capstone to get into World Tier 4. So I have a couple ancestral items. This is not a great item as far as rolls, but it's really high item power at 819. So I'm using this for now until, I'll replace it with a well-rolled, 790 plus once I get one. But, this is just, it's nice. And then ice shards pierce 3 additional times. It just helps with clear. On the shield, Blizzard periodically creates exploding ice spikes, which is just nice for some clear. Restore one of your primary resource. You can obtain this from one of the dungeons. Using a cooldown restores 25% mana. This is really nice, helps keep the mana up. And then taking direct damage has a 9% chance to reset your cooldown of one of your defensive skills. And then as far as rolls on things, movement speed, cooldown reduction, crit strike chance, crit strike damage, vulnerability damage, those are all, pretty standard stuff. Those are going to be what you're looking for. As far as the skill tree, I'll just kind of scroll down and you can take a look. We got 4 on our gloves there for ice shards, so that gives us a good amount of damage. Frost Nova, we might respec these couple points here somewhere else. A little bit of barrier, 1 in Blizzard because we're not relying on it for big damage. Then we take all of the cold nodes. We take this, killing a burning enemy increases your mana regen because we use Firebolt and we have burn, so when we kill things, they're typically burning. And then lastly, Avalanche just to help with some mana regen. Shatter's really fun, but so eventually, when I have improved mana regeneration and things like that, I might give this a go. But for now, this is much better, and that 40% increased damage is bonkers. So that's really nice. And then as far as Paragon, this is where we are now. Our first board, we take Exploit and we just kind of cruise through, take the non-fizz and the int. Our next board is Frigid Fate. This is probably the best overall board, so we take a lot of this and kind of travel through the whole thing. But vulnerability, cold res, vulnerability damage, cold res and lucky hit, which is really nice. And then we take both of these 2 little lucky hits. And then we come over here. We might take this eventually depending on how our boards look. And then the next board we're working into is Icefall. And I think again here we're going to come around and take all this. And then we're going to come up through the glyph socket. And then we'll probably branch. And what I'm thinking I do on this is I might branch out on all 3 sides and then kind of fill up this board because there's a lot of really good stuff on this one. So pretty much every single node is usable for us. So we'll probably take most of this board and then get our last 3 boards kind of on the outside of this. So look like a little bit like a tree or something. And that's it. That's the build for now, guys. It's a lot of fun. So if you're thinking about Sorcerer, don't listen to all the hype. Granted, I haven't reached into super endgame. I do feel like there's a little bit of squishiness, but kind of like the Rogue, my thought is that if I can just make the damage absolutely insane, then I don't really have to worry about getting hit by anything because I'll just shred it all. So that's the plan. Oh, and real quick, sorry, let me go over the Malignant Hearts. This is our big one. For each unique element, you deal 12% increased damage, so that goes up to 36% for 4 seconds. And then we don't have lightning, but this procs that damage increase. So when we critically strike, it charges them, and then once you get that, you get your lightning proc. And then here, after spending 180 of your primary resource, your next attack stuns enemies. So this is helpful with some defenses. You can also use the mana regeneration one here if you prefer. But that's it, guys. So if you like this, please like and subscribe. I will be sure to keep you guys updated and kind of let you know the progression of the build. So if you're kind of building with me or anything like that, I'll give you another update before the weekend, and then you can just kind of keep jamming. I'm hoping I can be mid 70s or so by the weekend. So thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.